Hi. So this is another like old stuff unboxing video. This will probably be the last one I do because I think this is the last of it. We'll see. Um, yeah, so I've got one big box and one medium box. I know what this is. And then I have another box, and I'm going to talk about that later. So the two boxes I have here are ones my mom sent me. She told me what was in them, and so we're just going to open it up. Alright, so this one, I think it's one of like the, this box is weird, I'm not even sure how to open it. One of like the dolls that I had when I was a kid, so that's sweet, that's something. And then, okay. Oh, okay, hold on. There's okay. This actually, I wasn't sure if my mom mentioned something from, she was like, that brand with the monkey, and I was like, Paul Frank, right? And she said it was a tumbler. It's like, oh god, this is so cute, and it's in the box. I'm gonna open it because I know I've already opened it before. The box is in really good condition. I remember when I got this, actually. There was it actually might still be there. There was like a vintage shop called Retro Rag in my neighborhood, and they started selling like Sanrio and other character stuff, and when Paul Frank came out, stuff was pretty popular. These are old, so these might actually crack when I try to, oh no, no, they're fine. Okay. They're just plastic. But it's this cute whale design. I love this. And it's like, it's a picture and four of these cups. It's a complete set. It's in a box. And yeah, gosh, too bad summer's over because this is just like screams lemonade, you know? So that's cool. And I wasn't sure if that's what she was talking about or if like I wasn't gonna see that again. So that's adorable. There's a leaf on it. It's probably not like worth anything, but like it's really cute, and I will definitely use it. I totally use, like, I have a pitcher of water that I keep up here all times, you know. So yeah, that's great. So this is, yeah, okay. This is a doll that I had when I was a kid. I know some people think dolls are creepy, but just keep that to yourself. You know, I really liked this when I was a kid. She is in amazing condition. I'm looking for like a brand because I think that this like series of dolls, obviously they were like trying to compete with Cabbage Patch Kids. I think it was called like My Child or something like that, and they were supposed to be realistic dolls, and gosh, she's in amazing condition. I have my plushies. I am not super into collecting like dolls like this. I don't know if it's gonna be worth anything, but for now she's gonna hang out over here on top of my giant bear. Oh yeah, other exciting thing about right now is October's about to start. That heat wave finally passed. It literally went from like, in the span of 2 days, it was 96 degrees in San Francisco. Then the next day it was 76 degrees. I was like, the fog rolled back in and it dropped 20 degrees in one day. And now everyone went from complaining that it was hot to complaining that it was cold. But I don't care because it's the beginning of October. It's Halloween season. Check out this ridiculous mug I got from Daiso that says poison beer, and it has like, you're supposed to freeze it, I guess, and then this liquid inside freezes, but it just looks like you're drinking like a big glass of blood. I just have water in it. I wish it was beer or like a whiskey sour, but whatever. It's also finally like, I have the window closed for the first time in months. I'm drinking hot tea. Not that I ever stopped drinking hot tea, even if it's hot, but now it's like, ooh, oh, the heat is nice. But okay, let's see what else is in here. There's something, it's like a mug wrapped in some tissue paper. Oh, okay, cute. This, I was gonna say, I think this was from the dollar store. It has a price sticker that says $1 on the bottom, so yeah. But it's a Leo mug. This is actually, I'm a Leo, obviously. This is really cute. You know, it's something you would find at the dollar store, but hey, like it's my sign, I'll use it. Um, I don't have any mugs really that are like this size and shape. Like this is like your standard coffee mug compared to like my Disneyland California Adventure Starbucks mug. Like this is more like normal, but oh yeah. That's some Lupicia green tea in there. Cute. Okay, I like that. And I remember having that. And this, yo, it's another pound puppy. Yeah, there's the patch and everything. So what my mom pointed out about this other one, this guy, is that because they used to sell like, and they did it for like, they probably still do it. Like every like popular toy franchise, like, what is it, McCall's, like those popular pattern brands, they would sell like kits to make your own dolls. And I mean, they did them for like, or they would have like iron-on transfers or whatever included. So these, I can actually tell now by the stitching on the tummy there and the lack of the tag, these are, you know, official technically, but they're homemade pound puppies and they're cuddly and nice. I love pound puppies. I don't remember his name, but the main character in the cartoon, I used to like really look up to that character. But all right, puppies, they can hang out. So that's all that was in there. And that's cool. Like, again, so yeah, when she described it, she was like, it was a tumbler. And I was like, okay, so I'm thinking like a coffee mug or like a travel mug or something like that. But this is badass, honestly. And I'll look on eBay, see if there's any value there, because that is like almost 20 years old and it's in great condition. So this, we're gonna open the flat box next. Now, I know exactly what this is, but we're just gonna open it up and we'll look at it together. Oh my god, this is like, it's two box lids taped together, which honestly, like, this is where I get my like recycling attitude from. It works. This is like totally gonna rattle in the microphone. Come on. Okay. Okay. I'm not doing something right here. Okay, here we go. Something's wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's Pokemon Monopoly, the original one from 2000. Because I know I did some research and they did make a couple other editions. So there's probably like a black and white edition or whatever. But this is the first one that they released. I don't want to like. It says 1999. I remember playing this on New Year's Eve, 1999, when it was the new millennium, and you know, I believe I was 15 or 16 at the time. Look at that. It's in like really good condition. Okay, there we go. So, ta-da. Yeah, I remember playing. I had my friends over, and you know, we're too young to drink, so we stayed up until midnight playing Pokemon Monopoly. It even has the original instruction book. So everything's obviously like a big old mess in here, but I see cards, I see a piece of hair, whatever. I see dice, I see houses. Huh. Oh, look at the you defeated Super Nerd Psyduck. That's what the chants or community chest cards are. I'm looking for the pawns. Oh my god. Not only are the pawns all here, they're still in like the plastic. I took really, really good care of my stuff, and I still do. Except for I accidentally cracked a record in half the other day. I feel really bad about it, trust me on that. I had put something heavy on top of it by accident, and I'm not going to say which one it was, but it was a kind of valuable record, and I am punching myself over that. So this is great. If anybody wants to come over and play Pokemon Monopoly, just hit me up. We'll get some drinks, and we'll have them out of the Paul Frank cute whale thing. I'll make like a whiskey sour pitcher. Yeah, and we'll play Pokemon Monopoly, and it'll be great. Okay, I'm gonna put that down here. There's one more thing in here, and this is really cool. Apparently, there's a motorcycle brand called Ariel. There's also a brand of French cigarettes called Ariel, and I have an ashtray from it. So I have 2 pins from this brand they just say Ariel, and I have them on a couple of my denim jackets. So that's cool. I'll probably just tack this on the wall somewhere, maybe. Actually, it would totally fit right there. These walls are really they're like particle board, so I probably can't like put nails or anything in it, but we'll see. Alright, I'm gonna put that back. Okay, now this last box. I'm gonna make a long story really short. A bunch of my stuff was stolen. Stolen or destroyed or whatever. Like, I wasn't there for it, like, I don't have the details. And so, like, I noticed when I was getting some of this stuff back, the things that were missing specifically were a lot of Utena goods and a lot of Sailor Moon goods. And I had collected a lot of it. I was trying to collect every Utena stuff, and I have a lot of it. Like, I brought a bunch of it with me. I have, like, my Shirajiki. I have some Doujinshi. And I have, like, just various other like, they put out postcards and promotional stuff for the movie. I have a bunch of cells, which, you know, if anything, like, I'm glad I have those because the cells are irreplaceable. Anything else, like, I can probably find on eBay. But, so I had a complete collection. There were 3 sets of Utena cards that came out in the 90s, you know, when the series originally came out. And there was, the brand was Cardass Masters. There's a set 1, a set 2, and then there's what are called pull pack cards. And actually, I have an example of it somewhere. Basically, you would go to a collectible store or whatever, and there would be the pack hanging on the wall. And you tear out one envelope, and you pay like 30 cents or, you know, a dollar or whatever the place wanted to charge. And you would get 1 card. And it would be random, and, you know, there'd be the special foil ones you could collect. Almost every popular anime had cards like this. There's Sanrio ones, pull pack, or PP for short. I had complete collections of them. And I worked really hard to put that collection together. At the time, like, it wasn't that expensive. Like, basically, I just went on eBay and just bought complete packs of the pull pack decks. And I bought, like, a box of packs of cards of, like, the other ones. And then they had some other, like, promotional ones and stuff like that. So I was never able to find those. Even, like, I went back to the house a bunch of times. They must have just been buried really deeply in the garage or something. I also had a big collection of Sailor Moon trading cards. I had 2 binders, basically. Most of the Sailor Moon ones I had were of Haruka and Michiru, obviously my favorite guys right here. That, you know, not as big a deal, because they weren't complete sets of anything. Again, Sailor Moon stuff, not particularly rare. It was insanely popular. They just cranked out merchandise for that, didn't they? So the other day, or actually it was about a month ago, I'm selling stuff on eBay. And I have I've been carrying around for a while, duplicates from when I was collecting those Utena cards. And actually, I've got them right here. And I was like, you know, I wonder if anybody would pay for these, because they're duplicates, you know. And I was like, you know, had, like, my complete collection was in limbo, but, like, you know, I wasn't thinking about, like, oh, I have to collect that again, you know, I might as well make an extra $20 or whatever. So I search on eBay, do Utena cards, and I see a seller is boasting, you know, a complete collection of Utena cards. And it was obviously, like from the seller's profile and everything, and the way they were talking about it, that it wasn't theirs. That, like, they hadn't collected it, that they weren't a fan. You know, it wasn't like I'm selling my personal collection. It's like, I found this somewhere, and I'm trying to flip it for money. So I look at it, and I'm like, wow, that's weird. That looks really familiar. So first of all, I look at this picture, And I'm like, I remember buying like the really high quality trading card sleeves. And I'm like, oh, because they had a foil mark on the side. I was like, oh, those were the same sleeves that I had. And I'm flipping through it and I was like, this looks so familiar. And then I get to the end, the last picture, and I'm like, okay, this is my collection. Because one, there were a couple of phone cards. And I had a collection of phone cards besides the Utena ones. And I had bought a bunch of them from this one seller. And the way they had packaged them was they put a little label on the back of the card sleeve with handwritten the eBay item number. And I recognized that because some of the cards that I still have from like other series are from that same seller and have that like the same person's handwriting. And then there were a couple of bootleg cards that like I think I might have like made one of them. So like, but before like companies started cracking down on stuff, there was a lot of like print out a picture from your computer and laminate it and sell it on eBay, and people would buy it because, you know, we didn't have the access to anime stuff that we do now. You know, there was no Loot anime crate back then. So I see that and I was like, okay, there it's either the biggest coincidence ever or these are my actual cards. And then I see that the seller is in Fresno. They are from my hometown where I had these stored. And they also had checked out their other auctions, and they're selling other stuff that belonged to me. They had, if you see my other unboxing videos, I had those posters that I got laminated. They had a couple of posters, and I was like, there's no way that this person didn't... I don't think they, like, ransacked my house. I think that, like, there was... that people there were selling my stuff, and that they bought it at, like, a yard sale or whatever. And so, like, they didn't know. So I was like, trying to sell it for $150, the whole collection. Which I probably paid maybe $80 on all the packs and everything. So it's not like that big a deal. You know, like money-wise. But I'm like, I didn't have $150 at the time. So I emailed the seller and I was like, you know, I'm going to start opening it while I'm telling this story because I'm almost done. I emailed the seller and I was like, yo, so you got these from blah, 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 right? And I was like, look, they were mine. I don't have $150 right now. Excuse me. How the fuck do I open this? But I was like, maybe we could work out a payment plan or something. Or maybe you have a soul and you feel bad for me because I, you know, had a bunch of my crap taken from me. And they never replied. And I was like, man, felt pretty despondent. Honestly, when I realized they were mine, I felt sick. I felt sick to my stomach. Because it's just like, Utena's my favorite series. You know, I can let almost anything else go. It's whatever. Like I said, Sailor Moon stuff, I could, God, if I wanted to have a whole Sailor Moon kitchen and bathroom, I could. Utena stuff was a bit more rare. It was a bit more of a fringe series. And, you know, I spent a lot of time making this complete collection. God, open, please. Just the suspense is killing me. And also, like, you know, I didn't have a great adolescence. Utena made me feel good in a lot of ways. You know, it helped me come to terms with queerness because it put queerness in such a beautiful light. Oh my god. Okay, got it. And, you know, I had these in a binder. I would keep them by my bed. And every time I looked at them, it made me happy. And that being gone, it felt really suck-ass, you know? So my friend, who I didn't ask him if he wanted to be named personally or not, but, you know, I'll ask him, I'll put his name in the credits if he wants to plug something. Okay, this is just packing material. Said, like, look, I'll buy them for you. And I was like, that's probably the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. So there's some, okay, so there's this white binder here. And, there's tape on it. Let me just get that off. Okay, it's upside down. So yeah, that was the story of how this came back into my possession. Also, the seller took a really long time to ship it. Which, I was like, oh god, now that feels suspicious. Like, yeah, I can't believe they never replied. Not even to be like, oh, well, no, I really need the money, or whatever. Or I don't believe you. Like, I was just going to say one more thing about this before I'm going to show it. Like, try to, tape. Okay, piece of cardboard. Yeah, so there's, like, this egg sack taped in there. Okay, so I think this is, like, okay, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to kind of flip through here first. I actually bought a binder at Daiso to put these in, because I can put, like, it has, like, the thing. I could put some Utena pictures in here and, like, put something nice on the spine and have a pretty collection. I guess, this binder has that, too, but whatever. So, it looks like they're kind of out of order, but, yeah. So, this would be set 1, I believe, yeah. Set 1 is 1997, and then set 2 is 98. So let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just going to flip through it really quick. It's kind of hurting my arm. I just kind of want to confirm everything here. Okay, yeah, I think they're out of order. Yeah, they are. Because this was at the end. This is like the creators here. See, these beautiful artistic nudes. This is the set 2, which, like, ended up, I collected set 2 first. There was this like anime store, like collectible store in Fresno where I first found, like, you could buy a pack for like $5, and I was like, whoa, I like this show, I like trading cards. Open the pack, and I'm like, uh-oh, now I'm addicted. Scenes from the Absolute Destiny Apocalypse scene, all the Black Rose duelists, and also at the time, ooh, see, now I'm going down memory lane here. At the time, I had only seen what Central Park Media had released, and that was just the first arc. So I didn't know who this green-haired chick was, and I was like, whoa, mysterious, like, what's going on with this show? Like, I wonder what's gonna happen. I ended up getting, like, fan subs. And yeah, like, these scenes from, like, the end. Oh, sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen Utena, but it's episode 33. Like, don't look at that. Yeah, from the end of Utena. And then, yeah, it says, rest in peace, Tomoko Kawakami. As J.A. Caesar looked like a fucking crazy person with his scarf tied around his neck. And there's Ikuhara. And yeah, and then these are the pull pack ones. So they actually have rounded corners. They are different. They're a bit flimsier than the card-ass ones. Oh, God. Again, more like, I didn't know who Mamiya and Mikage were when I first started getting these. Okay. The pull pack ones, they're also less rare, and they're just kind of less impressive. I think they're more like, these were for more like mainstream Utena merchandise. You'll see, like, oh, there's cute pictures from the opening, And then the Card-Ass Masters one, they aren't afraid to put that scene from episode 33 on there. Okay, alright, so there's that. Now, in this package here, so these are going to be like the chase cards from this set. God, it smells like Fresno. Seriously. Now, look at this. They're just, like, sticking out. They did not package these very nicely. Like, I just don't have a great impression of this seller that apparently has no compassion or empathy. Like, sorry. I'm about to just stop. I'm leaving this chapter of my life behind. Not Utena fandom. I'm leaving the thinking about Fresno chapter behind my life. No offense to the people in my family that still live there. I'll still visit you. But I'm not going to think about my crappy childhood and my crappy adolescence and all the shitty things that have happened since... What the heck, man? Okay, the tape together since blah, blah, blah. It's, yeah, you all need to know about it. Like I said, it's a long story. but yeah, I'm ready to just move on. And just like, I have these back in my hands. I'm gonna have to organize them. It's a big mess right now. They're out of order. They're out of order. So nothing was damaged, thank God. Nothing was damaged. It appears everything is here. But it's like, dude, they have their grubby hands on it. Most likely this person would like go to yard sales and try to like make money on eBay that way, which, you know what, more power to you, but like, I don't know. It's people's lives you're picking through. Oh my god. At least if it's something from a thrift store, you know, it's someone probably donated that on purpose. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm over it. Okay, so let me just shuffle these around really quick. Okay, here we go. Do. Okay. And doot. Alright. Oh. There's even more goodies here than I remember. Because, hold up. Okay, alright. Just organizing them in my hands. Do. Okay. So, this collection is actually almost, like, complete, at least as far as whatever standards you want to hold to that. There is one thing, it's not missing from here, like, I never had it. I remember specifically what it is. But yeah, these, oh gosh. So they're at least in double layers, but like, yeah, they were sticking out the top. Ugh, whatever. Okay. Oh, look at this, like, somebody like put a sticker on the back. I don't know if, whatever, okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, I assume. Okay, cool. So these were the special cards from the second set. So let's go for the first one first. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so yeah, there are 4 foil chase cards in each of those 2 Card-Ass Master sets. So first one is Utena. She's beautiful. She's in her duelist outfit. She's showing a little cleavage there. All right, girl. And then it's Himemiya. And then it's Mikage and Mamiya. And then it's it's Akio. Alright, so that's cool. I mean, it's really kind of sums up Utena in 3 arcs there. Oh, got dirt all over me now. Okay, and then the second series, the foil cards are manga, Utena and Anthe. And then manga, Toga and Saionji. This is always a really nice, they are like, they're foiled, so they're shiny. Really nice manga image of them. And then there's Utena Anthe Kiss. And then the last one is this cute picture of Judy and Mickey. So that's like, it's almost every character represented. You know, it'd be cool if one of these was Nanami, but, you know, they only had 8 total to work with. And then, the pull pack set had 6 prism cards. Which, again, like, the graphics aren't, it's like, happy promo image of Utena and Anthe. Happy promo image of Utena. Happy promo image of Utena and Anthe. Happy promo image of Utena and Anthe. Oh, okay, you know, I was making a bit there, and that's literally what they are. And then there's, them and the student council. None of these have Nanami on them, so that sucks, but... Okay, now these, I guess 1, 2, 3 pieces here. These are... Ooh, okay. Hold on. They're like official... We used to call these Lammy cards. Which is, I remember, said like we make the bootleg ones. Did I? Okay, hold on. There might be a couple more. That's all there is, I believe. Okay, so, well, this set, you can kind of tell it was like a set. It was outside of these 3 sets I just mentioned. But they're just laminated scenes. And yeah, they are official. I think, yeah, there's a sticker on the back. So I guess, you know, if I really wanted to, I guess, complete this collection, I could track down because yeah, we've got 1, 3, and 4. See if they're, you know, what number 2 is. Most likely number 2 would have Anthe on it. And if there were any more after that. But yeah, they're just scenes from the show. But they're laminated and they have like the character portrait on the back. Alright, so that's something. Again, like, I'll look into it. Like, I'm sure somebody out there knows. So this was really where I was like, when I saw these ones. One, I mentioned I had that collection of Haruka and Michiru cards. There's nothing on the back. These are bootlegs. Somebody printed these out and laminated them. And I bought them. Because I wanted... You can actually... I mean, you can see the grain on this from somebody printing it out from their home printer. When I saw this one, I was like, what are the odds that somebody else had this exact bootleg card in their exact collection that I know is mine? And then, yeah, like, it's Michiru. Like, she's beautiful and I love her. But, you know, the fact that that got mixed in from my other collection of Sailor Moon cards, that's like... Yeah, see, the phone card. The sticker on the back. I don't know where my other ones are right now. But so these, actually... So these are 2 phone cards. They're unused. They're foil. And they're promos from the movie, obviously. If anything in here is actually worth money, it'd be these guys. One, unpunched phone cards are rare. Because obviously, like, people would use them. Like, I just realized probably a lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about. Payphones in Japan accepted cards like this. There are, like, your minutes on the back. And you would stick it in the machine, it would punch a hole in it, and that's how many minutes you had left. Kind of like a BART card or whatever. A lot of them, they were, like... there was damage on the sleeve, not the card. A lot of, like, magazines would give away free ones. They would have anime characters on them, and there were tons of them. Or, like, Godzilla. But, yeah, seeing as how these are unpunched, and I'm gonna keep them, but, you know, they might be worth something. And then, this is exciting. So I bought a, like, official Japanese VHS copy of the movie. And... I lost that. Like, that was my fault. I left it at an old apartment. I had a box of anime VHS, and I forgot to bring it with me, and it had that in there. Like, you know, the rest of it was, like, Evangelion, American release VHS, not a big deal. But, this promo card came in that VHS. So, I have that back now. That's really cool. So, I mean, this... How many copies of that VHS do you think are floating around still with the original card? This is probably really hard to find, too. Now, this was the thing I said, I know I have only one of them. This came with the Utena and Anthe action figures that Sega put out, and they came with a card. There actually is, I think, let me see. It would appear that there's tape residue on the card itself, because it was, like, taped inside the card backing of the figure. I never had the figures, but I believe I bought this card off of somebody. So there's an Utena one floating around there somewhere that I don't have, and that I know I never had. So, not worried about that. You know, if somebody has it, like, I'll buy it off you at $10. And then these, haha. Again, I had a copy of the Sega Saturn game, which I don't have anymore either. But that also came with some cards. Look, it's Chigusa. That's her name, right? It doesn't say. I think her name is Chigusa. And then it's this sort of a generic promo image. And then it's another, just the whole crew there. These are from Card-S Masters. And yeah, they're numbered SS1, SS2, and SS3. So Sega Saturn 1, 2, and 3, I suppose. I remember when I found that in the last video, that, like, official game guide, it had pictures of these, and I was like, I don't know if I had those or not. They must have come with the game. Which, awesome. Like, again, except for ostensibly 2 cards that I'm missing, this is, like, every Utena card. There are other phone cards, I'm sure. I'm sure there's tons more promo phone cards. But I'm less worried about that and more just happy that, like, I've got the binder and I've got these, all the special ones. You know, the one from the anime VHS, from the movie VHS, and the Sega Saturn ones. Like, this is great. And again, like, to my friend who bought them for me, I can't thank you enough. Like, it's definitely one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. And just having these back, like, again, like, I feel like I have some kind of closure, some sense of, like, you know, feeling like I can move on and stop thinking about my old stuff. I'm still mad I don't have my lunchbox collection anymore, but again, like, that stuff's replaceable. Those I would just buy on eBay. They were, like, you know, usually less than $10 each, and I was just collecting those for fun. I'm serious about Utena. I was then and I still am now. And it's just, yeah, you know what, these, they're a little dusty. The sleeves are dusty, so I'll probably just put them in new sleeves, and I'll spend some time just babying all of them and making sure everything's in, like, beautiful shape, and then I can proudly display the collection. Anyway, I let my tea get cold. I hope you've listened to me ramble about Utena long enough. Again, I feel better in a lot of ways. Yeah. So moving forward, I will probably, I don't know, it's Halloween time. There's some really cool stuff at Daiso, you know, like my new mug. Might go pick up some of that stuff, do a little, like, Halloween treat video or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if there's something you want to see me do. Like, I've got tons of stuff I could talk about, you know, my 80s toy collections. I could do a whole, like, Ariel's 80 Toy Spectacular. But for now, I think I'm gonna get some dinner. So thank you for watching, and bye bye. I hope everyone's dreams come true this year, one way or another.